say Britt threw an elbow, and that's Brittany's third foul. As Rasay Caldwell comes out, Brittany Brewer comes out as Mackenzie Calvert and Dio Olabode back in. An interesting quintet here for Coach Candy Whitaker. Probably trying to get Rasay just a little rest here, figuring once she comes back in, she probably will not come back out. Goodwin working around Wilby, strong to the goal, flies up and no good.
She's fouled by Jada Terry.
And the foul on JT, her third.
So now Erin DeGreat's going to have to come in. The fouls are
piling up a little bit on both teams here.
That's exactly right.
As Lauren Goodwin will shoot a pair here. AT&T, a proud sponsor of Tech Athletics. Switch to AT&T Wireless and DirecTV today and stay connected all season long. AT&T, entertainment your way as the first free throw is good. 12 points for Goodwin, 44-30 as Terry with the 3 fouls out and Erin DeGreat back in. Goodwin's second free throw, and it is also true. 45-30. Now 7-0 run here for Oklahoma State. Wilby into traffic and an offensive foul as Jensen drew the offensive foul on Lindsay Wilby.
She stayed set. Lindsay was a little out of control going through the lane, and she gets the foul called on her, and that's 4 team fouls with 6:47 to go in the third quarter on the Lady Raiders.
Goodwin. Now in the high post pass deflected, but boy, Goodwin lucky to come out of there with it. Guarded by Olabode in the corner right side. Dribbles to the wing, now bounce pass in the high post. Jensen dribbles across the lane, can't shoot. Now will fade away from 12, and it's an air ball. Bree Blair with a rebound. Bree brings it up the floor with the right hand, now takes it strong to the goal and is fouled by Combs.
She lowered her head like a fullback, and Combs bit on it and commits the foul.
On Combs, her first, and that is the third foul of the quarter against Oklahoma State. As Caldwell back in and will be out. 45-30, Oklahoma State is off the inbounds. Calvert, and we got an offensive foul on Caldwell. They get Rasay for a moving screen, her first, and that's the 5th foul on the Lady Raiders. Now, thankfully, that's an offensive foul, but boy, Oklahoma State could be shooting a bunch of free throws here.
And Tech now with 15 turnovers to Oklahoma State's 6.
Means they've had 4 in this quarter as Miller bounce pass, Combs back to Castro out on top. Castro on the high post, Jensen now Goodwin cutting, steps back from 17, short no good. Jensen, long offensive rebound, put back short no good, fight for it, still loose, gets it again, lays it up and in. 47-30, a 9-0 run here in front of us. Rasay doubled but picks it back up, lost it but recovers, now dribble drive on the baseline. Rasay kicks it back out, Blair for 3, it is up, it is good. Bree with her first field goal of the game, and it's a 3. Maybe not the way you draw it up, but nonetheless, it counts all the same. 47-33.
Into the drought of 2:34.
Castro left-hand side to Combs. Bounce past Goodwin. Loses for a moment, and now they come to Trapper. Lost it, but recovers. Now takes it down all the way. Shot may have been partially blocked, but it goes in anyway. Wow. 6 in the quarter, 15 for the game for Goodwin, and it's 49-33.
That's why she was the Conference USA last year Newcomer of the Year for UTSA.
As Caldwell looks around off the screen by Olabode. As Rasay takes it down, kicks it off in the corner. Blair, 3 again, good again.
Let her shoot.
49-36, back within 13 is Goodwin. Brings it up, guarded by Calvert on the right side to Miller. Dribbles up to the top of the free throw circle, past the high post, deflected by Calvert. Almost a steal, but Combs comes up with it. Castro, right side Miller. On the high post, Gentry Holt, who's back into the game. Left-hand side, Combs. Dribble drive on the baseline up underneath. Oh, they left the backside wide open, and Combs lays it in. Her first points of the game for a player who averages almost 9, 51-36.
Yeah, Dio Olabode just got caught looking there. She became a spectator on that one.
Caldwell, step back for 3, off the rim and no good. Holt slams it down into the ground, and it'll stay with Tech.
I think stays with Tech because Erin here in the third quarter, 3 of 6. She just got to get more shots.
And some stops is off the inbounds. Looking, get it inbounded now. Caldwell Step back from 14 off the back iron, no good. Castro with a rebound for Oklahoma State, and Goodwin runs it straight up into the middle of the floor. Miller underneath on the fast break, layup good. Miller with 10, and it's back to a 17-point lead at 53-36 with 3:50 to play in the period. Caldwell.
She just stopped on a dime, Miller did, and let everybody run by her, and she had an easy bank shot.
Pass deflected out of bounds, will stay with the Lady Raiders. As Blair looking to inbound, gets it inbounded to Caldwell. Against the Oklahoma State man-to-man, Caldwell. Off the screen by Terry, now with the left hand working around Combs. Left-handed layup is good. Rasay with 13, 53-38. Now it's this end where you got to start getting some stops. Miller to Combs, dump down. Oh, Holt wide open on the high-low for the layup. Holt with her first points.
I was just getting ready to say, if you could make it 10, that would really help, but you cannot leave Holt wide open in the lane like that.
Caldwell again with the left hand, up, under, layup good. It's Rasay now with 15, and it's 55-40. Goodwin. Ooh, thought she might have actually double dribbled, but back the other end. Shot is up, no good. Good box out by Blair against Holt. And Tech with it back up into the middle of the floor. Caldwell pulls up, quick three, good! Rasay now with 9, and she's got the last 7 for Tech, and it's 55-43, a 12-point game.
How about another stop?
Castro, left open 3, good again.
Wow.
Castro, her second 3 of the quarter, 58-43.
And she just kind of let her hand kind of do a 3 motion there after that.
Caldwell for the answer off the back of the iron and goes up over the top, out of bounds. Brittany Brewer back in, and Dio Olabode will sit. 58-43 here. Just got to get some stops. Because Chuck, if you're within 10 going in the fourth, you're fine.
Yeah, you just can't leave them open for those threes like you did just a second ago, or the shots in the paint a moment ago.
Jensen back in, just powers up against Brewer and lays it in. Jensen now with 22.
And Brewer had to back off because she got 3 fouls.
Couldn't play too aggressive there as Caldwell with the right hand on the wing, dump down in the post. Brew, nice catch, layup good. Brew with 8, 60-45, going back and forth, but you got to get some stops. And Mackenzie Calvert.
And she was saying, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. She was pleading her case, but
to no avail.
And no avail.
And it will be free throws here for Oklahoma State.
She said, hey, it's my first game. Come on, give me a break.
She's over there talking.
See, they're still conversing.
With Julie Kromanek as the free throw by Goodwin is good. Master Cleaner serving Lubbock and surrounding communities since 1952 with 4 Lubbock locations. Master Cleaner is a proud partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Second free throw by Goodwin is up and is off the rim, no good. Blair with a rebound. As Goodwin splits the free throw, 61-45. Caldwell on the wing, right-hand side. It's Oklahoma State mixing it up, going zone. Blair, step back, 4-3. It is up and off the back of the iron, no good. Long rebound, Combs for Oklahoma State. Brings it up into the front court with the right hand. Stops at the high post, now brings it back out, and Calvert harassing her a bit. As Combs gives it up, Miller to Castro, dump down. Oh, Terry went for the steal, no. Jensen layup good. Jensen with 24 now, and it's 63-45, and now this is the biggest lead for Oklahoma State at 18.
Calvert trying to put on a little bit of an acting job there, saying that she was bumped, but couldn't get the call.
Blair, dribble drive on the baseline, scoop shot up underneath is up and no good. Jensen with a rebound, who's already got a double-double. Gives it to Miller, who runs it up into the front court. Castro left open, 3 up, in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound between Calvert and Miller. Miller taps it to Castro, out Jensen for 3. Off the front of the rim and no good. Castro long rebound in Oklahoma State. Now to Goodwin for 3, no. Oh, you got to box them out. Castro with a rebound and a foul. Goodness.
And the Lady Raiders were getting worn out there. Mark, it became shooting practice there for a second for Oklahoma State. They get a rebound and throw it out. Get a rebound and throw it out.
Foul on Mackenzie Calvert, her 3rd. And Castro will shoot free throws here for Oklahoma State. Just a 38% shooter at the line. The MCM Elegante Hotel and Suites, full-service restaurant and bar in the comfiest beds on the planet MCMEleganteLubbock.com. 4-star elegance at affordable prices.
That little statement cured her problem there, Dr. Finkner. She made the free throw.
With 7 here in the quarter for Castro. And now trying to give Oklahoma State a 20-point lead. It is up. Good. 65-45. Remember, the last 3 by Rasay Caldwell made it 55-43. Long baseball pass deflected by Castro, and a turnover by the Lady Raiders. Is Goodwin with it. Left side, step into the 3. Miller's an air ball. Sanders with a rebound. As wholesale changes here. Olabode, Sanders, DeGrate, and Bright all back in as McKenzie out on top. As Candy Whitaker calling instructions out as Olabode brings it back out. Hands off back to Calvert. As McKenzie out on top. And now Candy Whitaker wanting her to come to the wing, right-hand side, looking to dump it down in for DeGrate. Aaron had it knocked away and stolen by Jensen. Here with 4 with 3. Gets it to Goodwin across the floor, shot at the buzzer, and Tech will get the ball to start this fourth quarter. If they got a big comeback in them, they're going to not have to have many empty possessions in this fourth and final quarter. As Olabode working off a screen by Sanders, handoff Caldwell out high right-hand side, working against Combs with a left hand, takes it down, kicks it off Sanders, dump down inside to Great, spins up and no good, and a travel.
Well, the defense there by Jensen just stifling on this Lady Raider team. They cannot move. They can't budge her at all, and there's a factor that they commit the turnover by not being able to move her.
67-45 is Miller out on top. Wing right side, Goodwin. Back out on top, Coleman to Combs. Now back to Goodwin, top of the free throw circle with the right hand, dump down inside. Ball is loose on the floor. Jensen somehow gets it back to Goodwin. Combs out of the corner, dribble drive on the baseline, and a little whistle and a foul. And this one's going to be on Zuri Sanders. On Zuri, her first. As Lindsay will be in and Grayson Bright, who's not played a whole lot tonight, but of course coming back from the flu, probably just got to work back into shape a little bit.
It's hard, no doubt.
But Gray told me before the game tonight she felt okay. She felt good. It's off the inbounds. Goodwin in the corner. 3 by Hobbs, who just checked back in. No good. Sanders with a rebound. Gets it to Caldwell as Rasay brings it up to Sanders. On the baseline, looking inside for the great, knocked away, out of bounds.
By Jensen. She's been a factor tonight. She's been a force. She's been huge.
9:03 to go as Caldwell will inbound to the great. Bounce pass to that left elbow to Dio. Dump down inside for Sanders, knocked away by Coleman. And now Goodwin comes back the other way. Goodwin spins, Hobbs, back to Miller. Left open for 3, and it is good.
And see, while early in the game in the first half, the paint was open, there was plenty. They've just settled in there, and they put all their players in there, and they just denied Texas Tech here in the second half of doing anything in the paint.
70-45 Oklahoma State. So the lead is now ballooned up to 25. Wilby to Sanders now with the left hand. Dump off to Great, and an offensive foul as they get Sanders running over Jensen.
They had Jensen in there. They had 2 or 3 players in there. Coleman was in there. Also in there was Hobbs. There's no way you're getting through there.
Brewer and Blair back in. Sanders and DeGrate out. 70-45 Oklahoma State. As Goodwin walks it up. Now gives it to Coleman, left side, Hobbs. Hobbs looks around now on the left-hand side, Miller. The high post, Jensen back to Miller for 3. It is short, no good. Brewer with a rebound. Good block out that time against Jensen. As Caldwell brings it up with the right hand. Out on top, step back for 3, and it is up and no good. Coleman with a rebound. And Goodwin pushes back the other way. Oh, all the way. Got to stop the ball, and the layup is good. Goodwin with 18, 72-45. Now a 17-2 run here for Oklahoma State. Blair went in for the layup and had it stripped by Hobbs, who runs it down in the corner. Back to Goodwin, lob into the front court. Coleman on the baseline, kick it out. Miller out on top, Jensen. Now to Goodwin, left-hand side. Shakes, bakes, wild layup up and no good. Fight for it. Tapped out by Blair.
That was the 21st turnover by the Lady Raiders there just a second ago.
As Hobbs will inbound underneath her own hoop right-hand side, looks around, gets it out to Goodwin, guarded by Caldwell. Out high, Coleman, dump down inside, tipped by Brewer, but a catch inside and a layup is good for Jensen. Boy, Jensen in heavy traffic now with 26, and it's 74-45.
How about this? Oklahoma State has put up 24 more shots than you have.
So we got a foul here as they get Dio for an offensive foul on a moving screen.
Tech is 16 of 43. Oklahoma State is 29 of 67, Mark. Goodness.
Well, but when you have that many turnovers, those are shots you're not getting.
Right, no, there's no question. And then also the second chance points. They have 23 second chance points, does Oklahoma State.
Wowzer.
And the offensive rebounds have 17 offensive rebounds to Tech's 9.
As Jada Terry will come back in at the next whistle. Coleman for Oklahoma State with 7 minutes to play, 74-45. Dump down to Jones, who just checked back in to Miller. Pulls up, shot partially blocked, and a foul on Bree Blair. On Blair, her third, and that's already the fourth team foul of the quarter against the Lady Raiders. So in essence, free throws the rest of the way here for Oklahoma State. As Miller will shoot to a 72% free throw shooter. Covenant Medical Group with 4 convenient urgent care locations in Lubbock. Visit covenanthealth.org/urgent care to find a Covenant urgent care clinic near you.
And the free throw line has been their problem tonight. Oklahoma State is 9 of 16 from the free throw line tonight. They've only committed 6 turnovers, though, Mark. How about that?
How many did they have at halftime? I want to say they had 6, and they did. They have not turned it over in the second half. Second free throw by Miller, and it is good. 76-45. This is now a 21-2 run for Oklahoma State.
They had 3 in the first quarter and 3 in the second.
Caldwell, step back, 4-3 is an air ball, no good, and it goes out of bounds. We say they're a little frustrated. As Candy Whitaker visiting with Mackenzie Calvert, as I think she may want Calvert to go into the game for Caldwell here in a moment. 6.5 to go, 76-45. As Hobbs on the left-hand side, out on top, Coleman, guarded by Terry. Handoff, Goodwin, now on the left hand, kicks it off Hobbs for 3 out of the corner to good. Jaden Hobbs with her second 3.
Well, I could hear
79-45.
Castro screaming from clear across the court about
Caldwell up underneath, left-handed layup good. Rasay with 20, that's fine. 79-47. And back the other way, quick shot up and no good. Wilby tips it into the hands of Jada Terry. 79-47. Caldwell. Pass for Sanders underneath, but a foul first. It's the foul on Miller, her third.
So Miller has 17. Goodwin has 18. Jensen has 26 to go with her 12 rebounds. So 3 in double figures. Lady Raiders led by Rasay Caldwell. She has 20 tonight.
Calvert off the inbounds and a steal by Goodwin. One-on-one against Sanders. Pump fake, layup, good. Lauren Goodwin with 20, and it's 81-47. As Calvert with the left hand now gets it off Sanders. Deep wing left hand, side top the free throw circle to Brittany Brewer. Britt gives it up to Wilby on the wing right-hand side. Now feeds Brewer inside, pass deflected, and another turnover. As Hobbs with it, now Wilby with a nickel dimer. And on Lindsay, that's her third, and that's the 5th foul against Tech. So for the final 5:22, Oklahoma State will have free throws.
Now she's lost her balance and leaned in there on Jaden Hobbs.
Introducing the Sonic Double Feature, a 100% pure beef cheeseburger and a small hand-mixed milkshake for $3.99. It's the perfect mix of hot and cold. This is how you Sonic. The first free throw by Hobbs is good. Came in just 4 of 8.
That sounds really good. Some comfort food after this one, Mark.
Yes, sir. Second one is up and rolls around, drops in. Now with 8, 83-47. Just amazing how fast this game has gotten away from Tech tonight. Doggone it. Calvert to Sanders out on top. Zuri guarded by Goodwin. And a 5-second call, no. Success far beyond graduation. The Red Raider Club, your support, their effort, our fearless champions.
Got to play for a little pride now. Keep them from scoring 100 on you.
As Wilby takes it down strong off the glass. Ooh, just comes off. Tipped by Brewer, but right back into the hands. Pass deflected and a steal now as Coleman comes up with it, running the floor. Combs all the way with a left-handed layup, and it is good. Ariana Combs now with 6, and it's 85-47.
Well, Jim Littell is not going to do you any favors tonight. There's not much love between these two teams, and I think Jim Littell will do everything he can to run it up tonight.
Calvert steps into a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Goodwin.
You're certainly helping him, but he's not calling off the dogs.
As Combs with a layup, and it is good.
Now he calls a timeout.
And he's just wanting to stop play so he can get some subs in here. As Carly Wheeler in for the first time in the second half, the Plainview native. As Goodwin out.
He's got a 40-point lead. Combs has a cousin named Leroy. Leroy Big Time Combs, who played at Oklahoma State. Now, her cousin is my age because he was going to Oklahoma State, and I saw him play college basketball.
Interesting.
That's way more years than I care to admit ago.
As Wilby, quick 3 up and tapped around, no good. And Oklahoma State's Wheeler with a rebound, and she runs it up into the front court. 2-on-2 all the way. High arcing layup, and it is good, and a foul.
There's the Plainview contingent giving a little whoop there for Carly Wheeler.
It's the foul on Lindsay Wilby, her 4th. As Wheeler, her first points, only averaging 2.5 points. She started every game last year. As Combs out and Castro back in.
Think about that. If you're playing college basketball in 1982, okay, and you have a cousin that's now playing in 2017, that's a big family.
Yes, it is. 90-47 as the free throw is
3 to 4. 35-4. Goodness.
I've seen a lot of things. I don't know that I've seen that. Calvert with it out on top is Ionna McKenzie in for the first time, the 6'2 senior out of Gotha, Florida, is Dio with it. Spin up underneath. Layup is wild, no good. Fight for the rebound. Still loose, and last touch by Wheeler. And it will stay with Tech. As it's Calvert, McKenzie, Olabode, Wilby, and Sanders, the 5 on the floor. Bounce pass inbounded to Olabode in the corner. Calvert on the right-hand side. Now McKenzie with the left hand takes it in, puts it up off the glass, a little strong, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Ionna McKenzie runs it down. And Tech will get another opportunity here with 3:22 to go as McKenzie hands off to Sanders. Zuri out on top now, takes it down the paint, right-hand side. Now kicks it back out to Wilby on top, off the screen by Olabode. Floater from 7 is off the back of the iron, no good. Sanders with the offensive rebound, gets to Olabode from 16, in and out, no good. This rebound controlled by Abby Winchester, a 6'1 freshman from Oklahoma City, in for the first time. Along with Shaquila Smart, a 6'3 senior out of Brooklyn, New York, who 2 years ago played in that same National Junior College tournament for ASA New York here in Lubbock. As Hobbs to Small, she'll take the high arcing 3 and the banked it in. Wow.
Bank is open again. I think we've seen one of those long-distance bank shots every home game this year. Mark.
Almost, yeah, 93-47. As Calvert out on top. Calvert gets around her man, drives to the basket and scores. McKenzie now with 7 in her Lady Raider debut, and it's 93-49. As back up underneath, shot by Winchester, blocked by Olabode. Small with it, and she's fouled. Let's see what we got here. I think as the foul is on Calvert, her 4th. As she and Wilby both with 4 fouls. As Shaquila Small shot just 2 free throws this year and has split them.
How about this tonight? Oklahoma State, 19 assists.
Free throw is off the back iron, no good.
They're 13 of 21 tonight from the free throw line. That's been the bugaboo for them. They're 10 of 28 from distance. 35 of 75 from the field.
It's Grayson Bright back in. Second free throw by Small is good. 94-49. I mean, this is going to look like a big-time blowout, which ultimately it is, but late third quarter, it was not.
I think the Lady Raiders just ran out of gas tonight. I mean, you're playing a pretty athletic team, playing a pretty well-conditioned team, and they just put their foot on the accelerator and just outplayed you in the late stages of the third and fourth quarter.
Olabode layup good, and a foul and a chance for three. It's the foul up on Winchester. So count the basket for Dio, her second field goal, for a chance at an and one here. It's Dio, free throw up, and it is good. Still with only one miss and now 14 attempts at the line this year for Dio Olabode. 94-52. Is out on top. Hobbs, bounce pass to Holt, deflected, and a foul on Olabode, her third.
Well, they've called off the Dogs. I mean, they're passing the ball around as much as they can, and Olabode was going for a steal there to commit the foul, and it's going to put him back at the free throw line to shoot because Tech's well over the limit.
Gentry Holt, who missed two in the opening quarter, came in at just 60% on the year. First free throw is up, and it is short. No good for the 6'3" junior out of Elgin, Oklahoma. So it remains 94-52. Stay tuned. We'll have the Knicks postgame report for you as Holt knocks the second one down. 95-52. We will have some of the highlights in this one as Oklahoma State in a 2-3 zone as Wilby with it. Back to Calvert out on top. Left-hand side to Bright. Skip pass over to Wilby. This week's Big 12 Rookie of the Week as the three is up and no good. Ionna McKenzie follow. Yes! And a chance for three.
Good hustle there by Ionna. She saw the ball coming off the rim, followed the shot, went back up with it, and gets rewarded, and she'll go to the free throw line looking for a three-point play.
I think the foul was on, it's on Gentry Holt. So Ionna at the free throw line for an and one. It's up off the rim and no good. Rebound taken away by Oklahoma State. 95-54. As Hobbs off the screen by Small gets into the front court with 1:10 to play. It's Tech in man-to-man. Wheeler out on top, guarded by Calvert. Right-hand side, Hobbs. Dump down, Holt. Spins against McKenzie. Half hook is short, no good. Bright with a rebound. Grayson's had a 9-rebound game this year. Gets it up into the front court, Wilby. Lindsay almost loses it, but gets it back to Bright. Gray on top down the left side. Wilby squares into the three. It is good. Lindsay with her first points of the game.
She had to fight hard for those two. I mean, she stumbled out of bounds. She had to pick herself up off the floor. Grayson Bright fought through some things.
As Wheeler, and we got an offensive foul, I believe, on Winchester there, trying to get Wheeler free, her second. And that is the fourth foul of the quarter. But an offensive foul, you wouldn't be shooting anyway.
Got a final for you from Fort Worth. West Virginia leads and wins over TCU 87-82. Texas in the third quarter winning 58-43.
On the baseline, Olabode steps out of bounds, trying to get in there toward the basket.
Tech's next opponent will be Baylor. The Lady Bears are in Manhattan, Kansas tonight. They lead 59-41 with $1:50 to go in the third quarter.
That was 46-23 at one point. Winchester kicks it out Small. Oklahoma State could play for the last shot. Instead, they take a three, and they knock it down by as Hobbs knocks the three down. 98-57. As Calvert on top, left-hand side will be the final seconds. Back to Calvert, long three up.